Hi, Happy New Year from our Georgia suburban homestead. This is Lisa, and I'm taking New Year's Day to try to bake some bread. Now, those that know me are laughing about now because my bread, like the bread I tried to make yesterday, turns out it's pretty, but you could use it for self-defense. It didn't rise, so look, Well, I'm going to try it again. It turns out the yeast I was using had expired and it just wasn't working. So I was hopeful and went ahead and baked it anyway, and this is going to the chickens. So I've got my trusty, or a new, I've got a new recipe, and I'm trying to make Azerbaijani style naan, kind of a flatbread. Not as flat as this, but let's see how we do and see if it works. And if it doesn't, we can all laugh together. And those of you who are watching who know something about bread baking can let me know what I did wrong and see if I can do it again, do it right again next time. So the chickens are going to like it, I think. But it's too bad because look at the coating on that. Pumpkin seeds and black sesame seeds. So I just heated the oven to 400, and this recipe calls for the following ingredients. And now I'm going to focus down on my hands instead of me and my messy hair. I can't stay put together to save myself. Okay, so here we go. 1 packet of yeast calls for 1.5 cups of water. I've got 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to that for moisture. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to sift that into this bowl. An egg yolk, that comes later for painting the bread. And some poppy seeds, and I'm going to use poppy seeds and pumpkin seeds, I think. But look, fresh eggs from my girls. What do you think of that? We're going to sift the dry ingredients together first. One teaspoon salt. Just nice sifted flour. Now we're going to use 1.5 cups of warm water. I'm going to put this in the microwave. Okay, this is how I separate an egg yolk from the egg whites. See my little booger boy? Ew, look. Ew. Boogers out the nose. Yeah. To this I'm going to put a little bit of almond milk. You can use whole milk, but my husband can't have milk products, so we use almond or oat milk. I think I've got oat milk over yonder Yeah, California oat milk. Just a splash. One and a half cups of warm water. 2 1/4 tablespoons, or teaspoons rather, active dry yeast. Well, the bubbles are encouraging because yesterday the yeast didn't bubble at all when I added it to the water. So this is active. Can you see what that's doing? Bubbling, and it's thickening. I'm creating a well. I'm going to add the yeast. Add the pumpkin. I don't think it's going to take all the pumpkin. Okay, using a damp towel, and cover this bowl. And it's going to go sit in a warm spot until we come back in about maybe 1.5 hours. See how it's rising. It should rise to be twice the size it is now, so it should fill this bowl. Well, it's been about 2 hours, and it didn't double, but it did come up in size. And at this point, I'm supposed to put it back on a floured surface and punch it down and stretch it into an oblong shape. And then it's going to get coated with the egg wash, scored, coated with the egg wash, and then some poppy seeds on top of it. All in all, that's not too bad. Gonna punch it down and abuse it now. I'm going to use the pastry brush. I'm going to use the pasty brush to Paint this on. This is going on the warming oven, the stove top, for 15 or 20 minutes for second rise. Alright, so the alarm's going off. It's been proofing or puffing or whatever you want to call it for rising. And it's risen just slightly, mostly toward the center here. But again, this is a flatbread, so we're not too terribly concerned until we eat it, until we cook it, and then we can't eat it. Again, I really suck at bread. I'm going to let Charlie put this in the oven and set the timer to 20 minutes. You did 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Okay, so it might come back. We might have to do 5 minutes or longer, because remember, this oven tends to take a little longer.
Than it says.
All right. Got the hollow sound. Oh yeah. Hey Charlie, this might actually be edible. It doesn't look good. Well, it is brown on the edges. Of course, the test in this is going to be the tasting. And let that cool, and then we'll taste it. Alright, bread's done. Charlie's going to tear a piece off, and we're going to see what he thinks of it. Uh-oh. Need a jackhammer? Give her a taste, Daddy. Quit playing with your food.
Allow it to rise just a little more.
Is it edible?
It's kind of chewy.
Kind of chewy?
It tastes pretty good.
Alright, so try again, but closer.
Closer. I think you need to proof your yeast longer. Make sure that it's really good and foamy.
Okay.
And this time of year, almost need to put the bread in a warming oven.
Well, the thing about that, though, is the lady in Azerbaijan is cooking outside in the winter and making bread. So the warm thing...
Yeah, but I bet you she lets it rise inside one of her ovens.
Yeah, it doesn't show that. But... So, those of you who bake bread, what did I do wrong? And how do I improve on what I did? But, it's a little stiff. The flavor's really good. Not a total loss. We'll eat it. Dunk it in some soup or something. Alright? You never learn until you try, right? So don't give up. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Life is a learning process. Hit that subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. A snicker. And participate in the conversation. Until next time. Be good. If you can't be good at it. Bye.